War with Venice. I was thinking about it, and judging by war score, Venice is less than 3 wars. If we 100% him by releasing nations, I think we eclipse him as a rival. He's weaker than Poland, despite having like 100k regiments and not being behind in technology and so on. I think it's primarily his economy and his provinces will be built up with buildings and stuff, giving him force limit and stuff. So, yeah, if we smash them, we should be good. Okay, financially speaking, we have the institution. I'm going to save up for the Janissaries. The Turkish Janissary mercenary. I think Naples we short truce. Break his lines with Venice and short truce. And we should spread orthodoxy. With enforced religion. Each nation that we enforce religion on, or each of these OPMs, I guess maybe Siena too, is another province for this repair the schism, mend the schism, so we don't actually need to annex everybody. But we're going to do 109 more provinces in Europe. I believe province owner counts. It's just bomb. Doesn't need to be of our religion. Let's go for Siena. I've only got 6 cannons there. Just high cannons. My light ships are getting hit. No! Venice is so rich, man. He's built all his light ships up to caravels. What a monster. So in terms of 100% in Venice, I'm going to take these two. I'm going to take, that's the lowest dev province. I do have a claim on it to release Dalmatia. We want to release Dalmatia because of Austria. And then to keep our AE low, I want to release nations, and I mean trade centers in Venice would F his economy, right? So Ferrara, the estuary, Urbino. But I'd also like to get near 100 war score. It's 94. 96. Alright, probably 96 like that, but we'll have to, you know, also make it into his capital, which his fleet is much stronger than mine because he's got the upgraded ships. Mine's got way better quality, but he's got the upgraded fleet, so I can't beat him, we'll see. Hey, Distant K Gaming, what's up, dude? Oh, we're slaying heathens and heretics, it's true. Is Venice gonna stop my cannons from reinforcing? How dare you, please don't. I have to, try to assist. Really? What's he doing out here, man? He goes for the Sicily. I'll be happy with that. Austria has 4% chance to inherit Hungary. Maybe inherits them. That would be epic because he's not annexing them, guys. I've got so many provinces I want to return core, but this guy's such a jerk, bro. Went right for where I'm reinforcing the cannons. He wasn't out there for the entire war, and now he is. Tick 10. Okay, we're gonna be taking admin, and I just want to get to the CCR. So then we've got 50 CCR. Or 60 while we have this modifier. Embrace the institutions. Let's get +1 missionary strength there. Nice, he's walking off. What is he, not independent? He's in another war. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, the Mantua and Brigands or Conquest run. The Mantua run was one of the greatest runs in the E4 community, so I appreciate that. The one faith, one culture, or conquest on very high difficulty is a one province minor. Without safe scumming or exploiting or anything like that. Okay, let's... I'm going to consider... fighting the stack. I can only dodge this though if we're transporting. I'm not transporting on the way back. Sardinian rebels want to rebel. Hey, one more taxi. They were all hard because I was very unfortunate. I wouldn't. We would never get the BI, if you guys recall. Would be probably like bloody like 60% of the. Hey, look at this! The Russian heir did die before the ruler. He's my dynasty, guys. Russia and I are the same dynasty. He's got a Greek dynasty. Awesome. That's cool. Now it says Bohemia. What the? How's that possible? Bohemia is my dynasty. What? I could attack Bohemia right now, guys. And I've got to choose from them. 4 years. Yeah, I could claim their throne is what I was gonna say. Which I can do, but I'd have to choose break. I think let's not let that destroy the run. It's just a little PU. It doesn't matter. How was he my dynasty? You know, when I saw it, I'm just like, it's obviously just a region to something. Austria, of course, got a Habsburg event and flipped back. Unlucky. The uptime of us having the BI in those runs was just insane, guys. Like, if he just dies now, we should get it. If he just dies now, we should get it. Didn't get it. Go again. If he just dies now, we should get it. Like, it's just complete cancer. That was like 80-90% of my grind doing that. He's 21 years old, but he's our dynasty, so yeah, we may get him in the future for free. We won't get him anytime soon, but maybe in the future. Just going slow and steady into Venice. Now, we have unbalanced research, guys, so I actually, look at this, -15 as well. My focus is still on Diplo. We're far behind after smashing out a Diplo idea, but I'm going to switch the focus to admin soon. Let's just catch up. It's trade advisors half price. I could boost them up, but I think we should invest in the economy a little bit more. The MAMs are still useful. In what way? We're going to be attacking them hopefully this episode. Soon. Looking very orthodox. Nice. To me, it looks like he's about to go into the hills. I hope there's enough troops nearby. 5 years of yearly prestige. I just don't think that's as important as it used to be in the early game. Beautiful. Okay. A separate piece. Go for Ferrara. Brescia. Gonna defend the woods if it's still up. It's a good place to fight. I plan on fighting Aragon again, but it's just why the goal, guys, is to get the Pentiarchy first. We need the Pentiarchy. There's no need to go hard on Aragon. So if I was playing the last couple episodes, like I was ranting and stuff, a little bit more slow, a little bit more focused, we could have been a little bit, that was such a quick siege, lucky bastard, a little bit more productive. I don't deny that, okay? And I could have maybe snuck in another war, although we might be a year or so behind. But looks like Aragon's going for Naples. If that is true, is it at the Union? He's a republic, so no, it's something to do with Parma. Okay, so it's his ally. It's Milan fighting Parma. Anyway. Restoring the Patriarchy we need to do before we can mend the schism. Wow. I kind of hate these guys. They're not doing a good job. Mantua falls though, nice. Hungary's caught in Brescia, what's he doing? Yeah, well, I'm looking at this, if I can 100% him. That's 2 provinces, I'm going to return that to Serbia because it's his core, why not core this myself? Release Dalmatia here. Ask Austria for Ragusa back. Dalmatian core. Release all of these Italians doing a ton of damage to Venice. And that's over 1/3 of his country. And potentially diplo-vassalize them in the future. That's what I'm doing. I could give the other Dalmatian provinces to Austria. That's a good point. But if he passes his mission, he's going to want this, right? I believe that's where it goes, to Serbia, and he's going to hate me even more. I think we're good doing it how we are. Excuse me. Morning sneeze. Hey Rosha Pro. Yeah, these OPMs we can force convert. The siege is finished. There's a couple more. I've already... I already pieced out... No, it's my imagination. Him, we're going to piece him out. I already pieced out Naples. He was too large to convert to Orthodox. Siena, we're going to convert. My allies are really derping, guys. I hate them. But they were distracted up here by Memon. Okay, I'm going to retreat. Offensive retreat for that OPM. That was a lot of work. That was a lot of work for me to take that occupation, and they just don't give an F, and they're just going to let it fall back. Rude. My friends are rude. If we get exiled, we'll be liberated right there. It basically insta-gimmed that. I'm upset. My heir falls ill. Well, he doesn't have very good stats, but I'm 65 years old. He does have strict. What mission just popped up? Ah, the trade. So this does building upgraded to stock exchange. Trade power and Ragusa until the end of the game plus 50. That's actually an insane modifier. In a way, we value trade power, not trade value, but trade power in Ragusa more than Constantinople, because we will have 100% in Constantinople regardless of what our trade power is, if that makes sense. Yet second capital, 10 more trade power and 20 development cost reduction until the end of the game. If Constantinople, owned by Byzantium, is a world port, Macedonia becomes a world port. I don't think we want them to be world ports, do we? Alright, so it's actually not the best reward. It's a stock exchange and a bunch of trade in Ragusa, but we'll take it. And we're working towards wealth in the east, which is Aleppo, Alexandria, 80% or more trade power, at least 20 trade centers. Oh, so it's Byzantium, Aleppo, and Alexandria. Okay. 80% in Alexandria is insane, by the way. You have to go into Italy to make that happen, but we are doing that. Trade node value in Constantinople is at least 25. I'm about to be there. So if our inflation is low... Strengthen our privateer trade fleets. Estate privilege. Doubling its ship trade power. No. Indebted to the burghers 7 loans instead of 5. No. Free enterprise privilege. Making it trade efficiency and no longer absolutism. Yes. Free enterprise giving you 5 trade efficiency. And it's free. Beautiful. They're influencing loyalty, but not affecting absolutism. So that's 5 trade efficiency until the end of the game. Awesome. My inflation would have to be below 0.2. So I'd have to buy it down, I guess. Which is fine. It's not at this moment. Okay, our heir. Now, if the room is correct, it's 50% either way. So let's see, he died. Upgrade. My queen regent's old. Uh-oh. We might have a legitimate regency coming. But she's better stats too than my previous heir. And just... Uh-oh. Well, we lost strict, but we got 2 extra monarch points. Hopefully that was for the best. Weak claim means Russia could claim me. Don't even think about it, bud. Don't even think about it, guys. Claiming me. We share dynasty. So I'm diminishing Venice to have fewer and fewer friends. In this war. But he seems to be an absolute powerhouse. My friends seem to be like full derp. And unable to deal with Venice, who's just blobbing out. He's actually behind me in military tech. If we can get our act together in terms of numbers. Especially if we're fighting on a defensive fort, we should be able to beat him. So we're converting a bunch of nations to Orthodox. I'd like to release Savoy at a later date if we can. Again, if we do it from Genoa, he would be Catholic. He would be Catholic, that's not how it works. Okay, Venice is hunting us. Going for my trade fleet. Thank you for the smoke. Oh, thank you, Lamp. Appreciate that. How are you? What up? Unfortunately, beating him at sea is quite unrealistic, even though we did well already. I did pseudo beat him. It's still unrealistic. He's got war galleys and carracks. Now, if I take it myself, I'd have to wait for them to full repair. We should save up money for that. Let's stop spending any money on anything, because I could and I should. If I want to get in his capital at this rate, it's looking grim. That's the way to do it. If we could keep stealing ships, that would be awesome. So I believe, chat, this entire game, we've not taken a 7% siege in the entire game. We have taken a 21 once on the first 21 tick. Yeah, the game could be nicer to us. It's not been a good siege game, but that's how it goes sometimes. These Sardinian rebels are literally going to give separatism. It's at 80% though. In 9 months it will be gone. Just like that one. Giving separatism to the province is not very cool. When it's perfectly happy otherwise. Blockading the port. How close am I to 50 galleys? Are you thinking of the 40 galley quest that we've already passed? It's gone by now. This is not our first time fighting Venice, and the first time we bet them by a mission giving us quality. But some of those modifiers have timed out, some were still there at the beginning of the war, I'm not sure if they are now. But they have timed out during the war. It's more the fact that I'm just bastardized on my Diplo, which is because we're having a clean, efficient game. I know he's got modifiers for, like, conquering North Africa, which gives us... We do have permanent modifiers. We're stronger than him, and if we had the even ships, we would absolutely roast him. So what's the one you're talking about? The Sea of Fire? This one? 60 naval attrition, 40 innovativeness, and 50 galleys. That's one you're talking about. Oh, I can't... It's Inno. We can't make it there. We just need to catch up in Diplo, which is what I'm working on. Burgundy's fighting France again. Same war that got him in there in the first place. Fighting Brittany. So Aragon's indirectly getting attacked, eh? We've got Defender of the Faith England again, though, making things complicated. Alright, definitely base production. Collecting Genoa soon. He always moves zealously for my fleet wherever we go. Okay, forced religion on Mulhouse. That obviously is going to make the Empire decline faster. They've already have the Protestant Reformation in full force. 3 centers right around Central Northern Europe. But we're creating some other heretics according to them. But we're not heretics. Orthodox is not heretics. Crimea in. That gives me a relation. Let's go. Serbia's mad. His ships were not any better than ours. Okay, so this reminds me. So I'm going to delete any marketplaces. Yep. Boom. That are not inside of the potential trading company. And last episode I built marketplaces inside of the potential trading company. Okay, so you have to make sure 50% of the trade power is in there. Now, if we look at our governing capacity, I've gone over for like the first time, guys. So this is where we start cancelling some states. And for me, it's going to be inside of the Crimean Trading Company. Okay. And let's see how that does, and then I'm going to start investing into it to give us a free merchant, an additional merchant. And the question is, so I'm collecting, transferring, probably half, like 6% in Genoa, guys? Where's the best place to put a merchant? Or we bring Crimea in and we get 100%? Might be Crimea. What's up, HB? Yeah, you're talking about the schism? I'm aware of that, but we're a long ways out. We haven't even touched the MEMS yet. We've got to get the Pentiarchy, which realistically should be multiple wars, but I think I'm just going to do it in one because I think we're just going to go for the goal. Like, I don't want to stream this like another week, you know what I mean? So I'm probably going to snipe the key provinces is what I mean, and I need Rome. And then we need to convert them, I believe, and then we need them to be 30 devs, so Cairo will be over 30. But the others are not even going to be close to 30. So we're a ways away. But I feel you. I was doing random relations with Europeans. My relations are dropping with Russia. Keep our allies up. So I'm not... It's these. He might be mad about this. Emirates are low. It's just, he's being derpy, I think. It's up to you, Russia, to piece that one out. How much does our claim go up by as our heir? Like, I hope it increases so he can't claim us over the week. Low-key, these 3 galleys are not to be scoffed at that we just got from the Crimea. So the Crimea is replaced with Dalmatia, guys, but as soon as we catch up in Diplo, if we're not annexing people, we'll catch up fairly quickly. I'm gonna go over relations from now on a little bit. Hey, Ferrara. So he's trying to work there, so can we, why would I not be able to move in here? We should be able to, there we go. Okay, and then it would just be about getting us capital. So the Crimean Trading Company is giving us a merchant. Barely. Well, the dynamic shouldn't really shift, guys. It shouldn't really shift, right? So... apparently, I don't like that. It's creating separatism. It's all it takes is remove the marketplaces here. I mean, this is better. That is rank 2. Because it's so barely, it wouldn't do it otherwise. Anyway, I'm happy with that. Let's transfer into Constantinople. Like Lithuania and Moldova are sending it to Kiev. See how much comes through if I pop a merchant in there. So Venice is officially on his own in this war. Austria's leading this. I can't barrage it. Looks like my fleet got caught. Yeah, well played. Fair play. Didn't we pass that mercenary modifier, mercenary reduction? We did. We did. Let's hide this. I almost forgot about that, guys, while I can. We've got a massive mercenary cost reduction. And that's like a, I think, 20 or 21,000 regiments. Look at that. Huge stack. Doesn't cost me professionalism. Okay, so one of our goals is to have... We've got the money in Constantinople now. Collect profits. So if I buy down my inflation with admin, it's not worth it. While we do CCR, we're doing administrative ideas up to the third one. I can get 5 trade efficiency for the rest of the game. Yeah, it's not worth it right now, but that's an insane modifier. There's some kind of modifier on these Turkish mercs as well. Frick, where's the place that you check them? I should have checked when I was hiring them. So I'm wondering if I can make a sort of distraction. Has he killed... Oh no. He's completely killed the Hungarian and Austrian fleets. Not good. I think to get into Venice, guys, it might be tick up and pay for our fleet. Let's save up for that. It might just be that simple. Pay for an exorbitant amount of military ships, repair them, break them. Because if they don't have anything that resembles a fleet, it doesn't even matter if I distract him. It's not going to be enough to cross. Okay, that was... Let me see. That was this, wasn't it? 75 ducats. Let's do that. It's like this bloody quest from the very beginning of the game. We just got dev cost reduction in my capital. I mean, I'm not deving here. Unless I'm concentrating. That's kind of pointless for us at this stage. It's just so high. Over the troops. Ah, thank you. They got infantry combat ability, morale damage received. So they do have some perks. We also have, from other modifiers, 10 discipline on all mercenaries, I believe. One is the Italian Wars, so it's because we're at war with Italy. I think we do get something down here. Mercenary cost. 50% manpower for mercenaries and 5 discipline. Holy. We definitely do. 50%? That's crazy. Okay, that's unbalanced. Thank goodness for that. Now, it was all but one heavy. Let's spend our money, boys. Paying for fleet here in order to beat... Venice. So one of the heavies was a Carrack already. We stole it. Knowledge sharing to the Mams. No. No, you're our enemy, bud. I don't want to give you money. I don't want money even if it's... You're my enemy. Low-key. We're hoping to eclipse Venice and to rival him. Sorry to inform you, buddy. But we're not friends. Okay, Venice's war score is getting really low. Obviously, I'd like the capital, though. There's no war galleys available, so they're here. Okay, I hope these heavies do it, man. I hope they do the trick. Combined with the rest of them, otherwise, nice. The Sardinians didn't rebel. That's convenient. And they're happy with us. They'll go away now. They were on 90%, guys, but they're happy now. Lucky me. Fighting in the hills, that's fine. Just punish them where we can. Okay, my Diplo, I'm gonna focus my admin now. Still way behind in Diplo, but as long as we don't spend it like crazy, we should catch up, no problem. Let's upgrade this advisor to rank 3. He's half price. Buy a Diplo point per month. Somehow I think it's not going to be enough, guys. The EVs, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. It's all about the first battle. Because he has to flex on the sea, he can't go in or else we cross. So I can repair and he can't. So it's all about, do we go in for the first battle and do some damage without losing my fleet? If we do, we'll win. If that makes sense. Because he'll be damaged next time. But is he going to be so powerful that he just wrecks us? Ooh. Ooh, he's going into the port like he's afraid of me. Let's creep closer. The AI has pretty good judgment. Okay, June. When I moved out, he moved out, though. That's not a good sign. Okay, I'd like to convert some of this stuff here, because it would just be fully orthodox after that. Try to isolate the rebels to just like Anatolia. Not a good idea to go to the sea tile next to him. He stopped landing in an effort to catch me. He really wants that fight. This is what I mean, guys. If they just had a little fleet left, that would be enough to cross, right? Or to pressure him where they hit that little fleet. But it's not. He's on 90%. We got 2 more score. Wait, we might actually just be good. Oh, I think we're good. We're good. Ooh, wow! Austria took the freaking Dalmatian. Oh, they liberated that and Austria took it again, guys. No. Okay. Austria's, the Dalmatian play is still down the line. That's going to have to wait. So that was ruined. Okay, but he will peace out. It's fine. Let's just take something else. So Dalmatia was going to take a slot. I'll just diplo-vassalize one of these guys. I mean, the main thing is we damage him just like this. And we come back for more. I don't care about the dip cost. I mean, I do, but it's worth it. It's what it's there for. Absolutely cooked. Yeah, I wanted Dalmatia badly. The Dalmatian calls never go away. It's okay. Let's chill on that. Good job, Austria. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna give Grant Corps to Serbia. I can't do it while I'm at war. So we converted a lot of Orthodox. That was a big play towards mending the schism. And I'm hoping we did we killed a third of his country, guys. I'm hoping we eclipse him. And then we'll rival the Mams. Felt like eclipsing Venice was impossible not too long ago, but he's eclipsed now. Beautiful. Okay, let's look at out of the nations I just released, or just in general, what's the best vassal? We want to make sure we can annex them in the future. I guess albino to fight on. Gaz truce is up. Let's go annex Gaz. Got 11k, he's got no friends. We know how that feels, don't we, chat? No friends, feels bad, man. Does Tuscany still exist? No, they never existed. They're formable. Florence is there. Nobody helps us attacking the Pope. So I guess Crete would come in next. It's 100 diplo points that we can't afford. There it is. There's the rivalry. I mean, I was going to do the same to you, Mams. Fair play. I'm kind of surprised you last this long. Thank you, bud. And this war's over. Good timing. We boxed him out of the Samarkand node. Russia absolutely chunked. Rival the Mems, please, Russia. That would be clutch. Gonna rival the Mems ourselves. Have I scourged Crete, guys? Let's do that. So he doesn't join wars. If I had the diplo points, I'd annex him. Grant province to Serbia. It's core. Have it. We're not that fussed about the Ragusa node. Once my rep gets +3 again, not the -3, from annexing Crimea because he's not orthodox, Liberza will be in great shape. Obviously, the stronger we get, the better shape it is. I'm actually doing trust with him just because I can, and transfer his trade power again. I can actually seize with impunity right now. Just to fix the state happiness, I think I will do that. And we'll look at cell seizing. Be back over 30. I'm 4 over. So this is fully cored because of Georgia. The Aleppo Trading Company, as soon as we dow the MEMS, that's going to retract a lot of governing capacity, but maybe not enough. Do we have any coming anytime soon? No. Yeah, so it's definitely unstating at this stage. Keep us under. Let's ally albino before we go to war so we can vassalize him. And Gaz had no friends at all. Let's do this. Pretty much everything we do, every war, guys, it's all going to take diplo points. It is what it is. That's what the diplo points are there for until the rest of the game. Is annexing. Whether it's diplo or that 2 production, that is so juicy. I think that's silk as well. That is so juicy. Holy. Beautiful. In our production chain, we're on 94%. Genoa's just griefing. He's been in here since the beginning of the game. He doesn't know what else to do. He shouldn't even be in here, but he is right now with 1%. Hungary 1%, Venice 1%. Serbia should be transfer trade power. Nice. Okay, let's drill a little bit. Dwell. Let's dwell a little bit, chilling and dwelling while we're fighting the war. And, 5-year truce with the Mems. He might have thought ally. I mean, Aiden, it's this guy here, who somehow is caught, he's the same tech. So the Mems are currently 2 behind in tech. He just completed quantity. He completed it. Oh my gosh, he's 2 behind in tech. I hope when the truce comes up, he's that far behind, guys. And then we're going to fight for our freaking life, okay? We should have good quality modifiers. So in that case, we could switch this to the 5 discipline, obviously. And manpower recovery. What is that mission? Autonomous sieging. It's a fairly new thing they added to the game, relatively speaking. No, I wouldn't take religious. I think probably Journey. So the thing is, you're talking about world conquest, right? I think these ideas that I have are the best ideas. They're S tier for Byzantium. They've got such a good mission tree that we've really a lot to do. Now, this is exactly what I would do. I'd spend Diplo points like this. At this stage of the game, we just spend Diplo points. Otherwise, we'd just be working on our missions. We still get claims on all of France, claims on all of northern Italy. We still get claims on all of Egypt. So yeah, I just spend Diplo points like pushing into Persia, for example. And the point is, you're asking me a world conquest as Byzantium. Byzantium's ridiculously strong through like economy and stuff because of their missions. But they're not really like a strong nation to conquer the world, right? So it's sort of like do yourself a favor and chill a little bit. Like, world conquest is definitely achievable if you just sort of pace yourself. But, if I was not playing Byzantium, who didn't have the claims, and was not an economic powerhouse, and I was comfortable pacing myself, I probably would take religious ideas out of desperation. If I was just doing like a generic nation world conquest, I probably would. Sharing maps with Russia. So my latest iteration of play with Byzantium is to just not take religious ideas. Yeah, you've got absurd claims. You get to a point, which we're kind of there. I'm a little bit behind, admittedly, but if hypothetically, like fast forward 20 years, we're ahead, what do you do with your Diplo points? You literally dev your nodes, which makes you insane money while Soda's going wide. So I'm going to expand via diplomacy, and I'm going to, I mean by Diplo annexing, and I'm going to spend Diplo. Okay, Theodore, the wall's completed, whatever that is. Let the Turks come. Let the Turks come, guys. So we got some modifier now, right? For the whole game, I believe. But we need to upgrade it again. This is something that I've never bothered to... There. No. That was a random event. Yeah, I don't know. I think you upgrade it to tier 3 by repairing 150. Okay, fine. Spend 150 on that. It's a province modifier in what? Constantinople? Okay. Kind of useless at this stage, but that's okay. Okay, let's Diplo vassalize. albino. Venice appears to be expanding. No. Milan attacked Venice. With no help. He's like, this is my moment. He's got the Pope's help. Good luck, guys. Their procedure's ass. You don't need a navy. You outnumber him, but he's probably going to ramp up and beat you. That's what he always does. Hey, if that goes to Milan, I won't complain. Okay, we just vassalized albino. Is this real? Why do I feel like... Because the mems disappeared. Because the mems disappeared. So, yep. Threatened Timurids. I'm going to do this for both keeping him out of the coalition and preventing coalitions. We're going to ally the Timurids, guys. Obviously, we're turning against them eventually the same way. But let's switch that to him. Perfect. So he's got enemy of enemy with the mems. He went from hostile to threatened. Reformation branches out in Cologne. Okay, these cannons are coming in here. Just hold on, guys. I got you. How's our Navy force limit doing? Cleany. Yeah, I can go up to 121, guys, and we uptick the MEMS too. I feel like the MEMS are the final boss right now, don't you guys? I'm going to golden era, guys, because we can. Can you PU Russia? I could with a truce break. It's just not worth it. Yeah, I could PU him with a truce break, but I'd have to fight them both, which, you know, do or die, I could do, for sure. His defensive terrain isn't that good. Like I just said, we could golden era to give us a boost. But it's just not worth it. For this run, these missions, why not just be friends? I know you guys get hyped about that sort of thing. It's just not worth it. I'll spend the whole stream doing it. We'll be completely worn out. Like, I have no manpower. We might take loans, etc. Let's just be allies. It's fine. Not overcomplicate things. The fact that we're the same dynasty, all we need is for him to die throughout the game without an heir. Well, unless he's at war. But yeah, it could just be a free PU, and they will be so much more productive if they're independent than they would be. And, quite frankly, more helpful as well. Like, they're so much more powerful when fighting, like, the PLC, for example. If they're independent, then if they're an ally. Sorry, if they're a personal union. So let's just let them do their thing. It's fine. And we might get them as a PU for free, or we could PU them at a later date. We literally share dynasty, so let's just let them be more productive. And then once I really have like unstoppable, we can take them out. They're the second greatest power in the world, guys. It doesn't look that way right now because they don't have colonialism, but they are if you compare their true strength to France. And he is colonizing with Siberia faster than France is, who just took one colonist from exploration. By the way, Aragon, guys, who was independent, they went Republic, the rare Republic. He's going exploration. That's pretty cool. Different timeline. We've got Aragonese colonies coming, maybe, if there's anything left. He might just colonize around Africa. That's the same thing France is doing. How did you avoid him going bankrupt? Good question. Luck is a huge part of it, because we did a crazy thing, but I've done that before, Mason, and they went bankrupt anyway. But there was one war, I forget which one it was, I'm trying to recall, but there was one war where we took like 1,000 ducats. I think it was actually, when I was still weak, it was the Second Ottoman War, wasn't it, guys? I think the Ottomans attacked us. And it's a small miracle that Muscovy even joined. That was right around the time at which we were looking for our next Ottoman war. And yeah, the Ottomans attacked us and they joined, and we bet them fairly decisively because of the Muscovites helping us. Like, otherwise we were going to depend completely on fleet and all this stuff, blah blah blah. It's one of those situations where, like, I did beat him at sea, I believe, so we would have beaten him, I suggest, without the help, but we had the help, so it was much more decisive. They got ugly for the Ottomans. We had huge amounts of lower quality troops, and we bashed them. Anyway, his participation was extremely high, and no, I swear, HB, I took like 900 ducats from him. Maybe it was 400 something, you might be right. But we took an insane amount from the Ottomans because, for me, I didn't want to overextend too early where he was just going to be better anyway. We took key provinces to have Bulgaria defect, and I could maintain like a trap against him in the future. Like island trap and stuff. And then I just took money because I was actually so broke myself, because Venice attacked me in our initial war of independence, so to speak, breaking away. This is so dumb. This game is dumb for sieges, the whole game. Yeah, so I was so broke, so I'm like, I need the money. But anyway, the point is he got a massive payout. Now, that only diminished the amount of loans he already had. And obviously you understand the reputation he has is to just financially implode anyway. So it did pay off most of his loans, but I'm kind of surprised, honestly. I don't know what else to say. He just paid it off like a beast. I'm gonna do some general relations with Christians in Europe. Yeah, he pretty much all of the wars he fought were really decisive, and he obviously just took the cash, kept himself afloat. Oh, he has had a 656 since like I think this guy was like 10 from an event, so that bloody helps, I'm sure. Yeah, he's just had the most incredible roll. That's why he's having such a great game in general, is the Monarch points. The Monarch points are even more important for the money from his point of view. But, you know, does that really affect the economy specifically? I don't know. Maybe a little bit of just keeping stability up and a little bit of admin tech here and there, but yeah, no, he's absolutely cooking. Let's see, does he even have any loans at all nowadays? None. Beautiful. What a freaking legend, mate. Wait, he's got a tributary because he full annexed a horde who had him as a tributary. Must have been Kazan. Okay. The guy's his trib right now. What a beast. Guys. And it's a mountains fort where it takes ages to tick. So dumb. So freaking dumb. Getting raided by Tunis, but it can't be in our... It's like 2 sea tiles, isn't it? So it must just be Italy. No longer is there any raiding available, as you can see. That's awesome. Inside of our trade network. The Silk Road. Ah, the Mems are going to go in against the Timurids, who he's going to absolutely smoke. How quickly can this truce go away? 4 years. I hope it lasts a long time. Look, it might wear out his manpower, guys. I don't think the Timurids actually have many forts in the mountains. They got 1, no 2. Oh, we just failed at 85! This is so dumb. Brother, I'm getting griefed. It's like the 3rd or 4th time we've had that event in this game as well. Unlucky. Stab is really cheap. I would go even higher. I think administrative has 25% stab cost reduction. Yeah, and I'm trying to get that CCR specifically and have enough to core provinces. Okay, we own the entire Dagestan state, guys. I wonder if we can centralize it. Or is that even wise, actually, with what I have planned? I was wondering, because the Astrakhan node is... I think I have to do it for science. I have to find out. It's such a weak node. I'm wondering if I trading company it. Build a merchant and marketplace in every single province. And then do the trading company bonus. How do I look at trading companies? Here. For 4 trade power in every single province. I'm wondering if we can get a merchant there. I don't think we can, but it would be lit if we could. I mean, 4, the marketplace would bring it to 6 per. You know, when you compare it to these, that's 10. That's 10. But then he's got the marketplaces there. And he's got more land. You know, it's hard to say. I mean, that should be 15 each, let's say, from the modifiers. So that's 30. Whereas these are 6 each. 6 times 5, 30. Yeah, see, it's quite close. What's this one do? Awesome. Is there any other way to get trade power? Yeah. Everyone hates EU5. I'm not sure if I hate it. I kind of thought I might try play it or something. I kind of hate Paradox a little bit. The guys who made it, you know what I mean? I'm not sure if I hate it per se. Okay, any guy that we annex, like the Cretans, I could ally the Timurids. That was the plan. That could dissuade the Mems from attacking. I'm going to do it. I think he's just going to roll them too fast. Yeah, anyone that we annex is going to result in another valuable Diplo ally, guys. So let's do it, but like rip Diplo points. We're behind. Does Bohemia have an ear? He doesn't. Switch dynasty. How the frick? I'm wondering how he's PU'd. Leads a PU. He leads a tiny PU of Baden, so he died with no heir. He was our dynasty, guys, and died with no heir, but he got the Baden heir. Unbelievable. What a weird game. The only real dynastic switch that we have is Russia. Austria has a Habsburg from an event. He also became our dynasty, and he just switches back via an event. That's what's up. Bohemia became our dynasty and died with no heir, but he's got a minuscule PU, which stopped him from being PU'd by anybody. Can't be PU'd if you have a PU. That's how it works. Okay, second upgrade. Yeah, so it is, if you go to, so it's affecting the province. 25% and 25% garrison size. Like, do we even care? You know what I mean? Not really. It's supposed to be an early game thing. And then the last one. So I imagine this event insight is on the third one. Oh, I see. It's based on the level. I see. It tells you there. So that only affects Byzantium. It says provinces. See, I thought. Yawning. Morning, guys. I thought we get this until the end of the game, like, period. I mean, fort level +1. That is pretty cool. I'll buy that, but not right now. Fort level +1 is pretty cool. Damn, that's pretty cool. Actually, I guess you could get a higher level fort than any other, like, most provinces in the game, maybe? I don't know. Does it go higher? That is cool. We'd eventually probably have people besieging our capital, maybe, in giant European wars. Is culture switching to Turkish the strat? No. There was a time where it was decent. The main benefit of culture switching to Turkish is to just core the things faster in the early game. But the answer is no. And the reason why is because this giant group, it's a way better group than Greece, it's trading companies anyway. It doesn't matter. It literally does nothing. I'm not sure if you guys know, but your culture outside of conversion strength and things like that, which hypothetically don't matter anyway in a trading company. The trading company reduces the religious unity. They only affect your states. So I already have this issue where my mission converts the stuff to Greek. See, like this one here? I'm going to unstate this, and it's going to become a trading company in the long run. Basically, as we go wider and wider and wider, we get more governing capacity, we're actually going to unstate now. So the Greek is so generous, it does all of Anatolia. It's already going into our trading companies. Does that make sense? Some of this state here is considered Anatolia, and it's Turkish owned, and we get the events flipping it to Greek. Same thing. That's why it's partial stated. We're going to unstate it and trading company it. Yeah, so that's the only real benefit, is to core this faster. Do you want to pay the Diplo points to do that and stuff? You're welcome to. But it's a luxury of just remaining Greek as Byzantium now. It used to be more optimal to switch culture. Primarily because you wouldn't have these missions culture converting for you, right? But you could also just promote Turkish. I would promote Turkish all the time, and then people will get triggered. But that's the way to go, instead of convert them. In the past, now they convert for free. So, screw it. It is kind of slow, but it's for free, so. Yep. Greek food better than Turkish food? I'm pretty sure they're basically the same thing. From my, I don't live in proximity to either nation, guys, but rumor is they're the same thing. Okay, ruler died. I'm scared of a legitimate regency, guys. So our heir is upgraded. He was 334, guy died. Now we got 444. We'll take it. He was strict though, just as nice. But I'm 69 years old. This is bad. We're going to get a legitimate regency at this rate. 3 years they got to last for me to attack the Mams. I swear, don't give me a regency. Don't do this to me. People think that, like, I'm going to get mad if people say Australia and New Zealand are the same. They are. In many ways, they are. Like, culturally, unfortunately, things are changing through migration and stuff like that, but culturally, very similar. Most of the food and stuff, they just steal. If we do something in New Zealand, they have a large amount of New Zealand immigrants, whereas there's not that many Australian migrants to New Zealand, relatively. There are some, but it's normally the other way around. So Kiwis go to Australia and introduce things, and then they just claim it as their own. Okay? Happens all the time. In fact, even like our celebrities or people born in New Zealand go to Australia, and then next minute, because of course, if you move to another country, realistically, if you like the country and stuff, you want to get naturalized and stuff, right? So unless you're Jewish, you're like, yeah, guys, no, I'm one of you. yeah, I'm one of you. That's what you do. So you're like, whenever if you start becoming pretty famous or whatever, like a small time celebrity, you're like, yay, look what I'm doing. Like I'm representing Australia. If you're a Kiwi, right? That's how it is. So they just steal everything from us, but I don't care that much. It's just how it is. So let's do some more marriages. I only say that because Jews are the only people who just don't do that. They're just like, we're not one of you, and then they're like, you're like, oh, okay, sweet. I guess you're not one of us, so here it doesn't benefit you. And then they're like, discrimination, discrimination. This is what they've been doing for like the last 2,000 years. It's just annoying as hell, people, but it's all good. Like in general, individuals are cool, but so annoying. Do you have gigantic deadly fauna? No. In New Zealand we don't. New Zealand's goated for safety. There's virtually nothing that will... Hungary is gonna hate us, guys. Can you annex Hungary, please? He's still not annexing him. We'd have to improve relation with Hungary if we're gonna mend the schism. Just thinking about my diplomats right now. We could spy network the memes. Who's optimistic that we make it here, guys? I want to be optimistic, but somehow I'm not. It's too long. We gotta make it November. It's a little over 3 years. My understanding is New Zealand's climate is so different. Snake spiders and scary stuff for Australia is not suitable to live in New Zealand. Yeah, it's also so far away from Australia, guys. It's the closest country, but New Zealand's far away from everything. Like, people just assume that stuff would be here. Well, how's it going to get here? But yeah, the climate, it would have to be introduced. Yeah, but the climate is the main thing, exactly. Any extremely hot area of the world. Yeah, imagine there's an ocean in between the west coast and the east coast of America. Right, there's a giant ocean, and then people are like, wow, I mean, there's scorpions, so I'm sure there's scorpions in, you know, New England. And, you know what I mean? Rhode Island. It's like, well, no, it's like, what? Not even close, mate. New Zealand is Scandinavian down under? True. True, the mountain range. The Alps. Except Scandinavia is I don't know. Because you build things up. By the way, this is my mod, makes it look terrible. A part of me, I don't know. I think, like, Norway would just be awesome as well. Like, people think New Zealand's so good or whatever. I think Norway would be great, but I don't know. Like, amazing mountain range. Like, is it on the same level or is it better? I don't know. Or is it worse? I don't know. But I assume better somehow. Okay, guys. We should really try to think if there's a war I can fight, because we're going to go into Regency. In 2 years, we could do Naples. That would be England. Who would help me here? Maybe Austria? I think that's it. Myself and Austria versus England. Well, England's friendly. Is there any way... Let's improve with them. Is there any way they can get 10 reasons to dishonor wars? He's Defender of the Faith, guys. So, in New Zealand, we have 2 spiders, which are very poisonous, and people survive the bites and stuff, but yeah, they're uncommon though. Like, it's so rare for people to even get bit by it. There's like no snakes. That's pretty much it. We don't even have like wolves or dingoes or like anything, or just anything. It's pretty much it. There's like 2 spiders. there are like small sharks and things, not like massive sharks. There are whales, killer whales. That's scientists scratch their heads because they just don't hurt us when like you think they would, but they just don't. Like in every way, they're just ruthless. Like when they fight, they go on like hunting expeditions and like just like butcher sharks and things, and I think they like hunt for sport and all the stuff. That's why they had the old reputation of being called killer whales, like as opposed to orca, because they're killers. They like mass kill everything, but they just never attack humans. I don't think there's ever been an incident, or if there is, there are incidences, but they're not like attacks. You know what I mean? It's like the whale thought like something else was going on, and then they won't go for the kill. Even if they hit you, they're like, my bad, or whatever, they'll go away. Yeah. We still have to hit Rome, guys. Nobody helps me in that war, though. Both of these Italians are so easy to vassalize. I can sort of bridge my way up here. So Venice lost. We cooked him, guys. There you go. He loses to Milan. What's Milan going to do? Something funny? Obviously, he's going to take these three. But he can't take more than that. Oh, my Orthodox brother expanded. Good job, bud. Good job, Luca. What a beast. Although he's inside the Empire, that probably made him an extra 17 dev. It's probably virtually impossible to diplo-vassalize now, but we could also conquer him with our claims. Wait. Yeah, the Emperor's also sucking, so... No, I reckon he'll take Mantua. I don't think he'll pop them out. We should royal marriage while we're in Regency. It's typically the way to go. I don't see a war for us to fight, guys. Tunis is Defender of the Faith and Mamluks, and we don't want to have a truce with him. I think it was next year, QQ? Yeah. So if we can make it to next year, we'll grab some of this land. That's going to cost Diplo. I could fight in Iberia, that's true. England dishonors against Aragon. Why? He doesn't like them for some reason, even though they're not rivaling him or anything. Okay, I think I have to do that actually, guys. That would break Defender. 1 versus 1, that looks easy. His prestige is bad. Okay, let's do it. I can even call in Austria. Okay, so we got permaclaim here. Yeah, I think we just chunk. This is an easy trading company, guys. 3 provinces. So let's make his capital the war goal. We take these 3, we get a merchant. Let's do it. Good call, good call. Who said that? Aragon? Good call. Steel dishonors. Like, what timing is that, bro? I don't know why everybody hates him. I get Brittany's in war. So he just switched to hostile. What the frick? He switched hostile with his own ally, but why? He's diplomatic. Maybe they colonized something, so he hates them for that. He might have just put his another colony. He's got exploration, guys, and Spain's like, "Hey, no, ain't no way. We can't tolerate this." Okay, let's do it. Yeah, I'll that before the Regency begins. Awesome. That gives us something to do. So if we... I really want to hit the MEMS. Guys, this Regency is going to... So that would be a trading company. Just like that. We can tolerate this as well for AE. But, yeah, then what? Release the islands for 75? Gosh, that's a lot of Diplo, man. I don't know. I might do it. I mean, we've got permaclaims there. I think just grab this, call it a day. Being able to walk into Spain through land would be good if we can get away with one more. So let's improve of Portugal. We don't care about money, not really, dude. We're cooking financially. Okay, Milan, you better peace out, dude. Because Austria's gonna gun for you now. Don't be derpy. Now, Milan, I'm gonna spit out Parma again. He just got that back. Hey, Gucci. What's up, dude? Yeah, guys, the MEMs are gonna catch up in military while I have, like, a truce into Regency. I'm not happy, bro. Like, this is totally our moment to hit him. To cook him. This is our time. Let's start sneaking out some manufacturers. You can convert while you build a building, can't you? Pretty sure you can. Their fleet is an absolute joke. We're not worried about that. I believe mercenary cost affects your maintenance, so that's cool. Okay, what if we don't go for Barcelona? I did make it the war goal, but that doesn't affect AE. See, that's less, but I can't core this inland. There's no way. It would have to be 3. If it would have to be 3, I think we just take the capital. Okay, let's improve of Portugal. We don't care about legitimacy, and that's a valuable advisor. Legitimacy is going to go down, but it will be replaced when the Regency ends either way. It's like 7, 8 years away. Milan, just take what you can get from Venice and call it a day, bro. Don't be stupid. Take the mountains for it? Nah. We don't need to do anything like overly strategic like that. They're easy, as you can see. I don't think Castile will be that hard either if we attack them when the time is right. We're hitting a critical mass. We have become bombistable. My light ships. Rude. Which port? It's in this port. That's really cool. If they ignore his occupations of Venice and just go for his capital, that's really cool, because we could actually piece him out and then he'd still be beating Venice. That's kind of what we want to see. I just assumed they would go and liberate everything. My area was 7, he's 7 something. We got really unlucky. It is what it is. I should probably dow this war as well. Okay. Let's fight this war as well. I will kind of be stuck in war, but it's worth it. Dow it while we can. That's 2 wars set up. I'm not going to be happy until we fight the Mams, because the Regency's going to give him the chance to catch up in military. Look at this, he's got 200k, guys. Like, we gotta go! While he's behind in military tech, it's getting ridiculous. I mean, I'm no slouch myself, like 123, but the Mams, maybe his golden era goes away, because I don't even think we compare with quality. No, I do. Bad discipline. Oh, that must just be an event. I think our discipline's the same, and we actually have better morale, thank goodness. So if I golden era, and maybe his goes away, I don't know when he took his, but it could have been in the 1400s. Yeah, our quality might be significantly better. Now, he did not take quality, so we also have the quality. So yeah, our quality will be better at this rate, but it's really the military tech that's the major thing. This is why I didn't knowledge share him colonialism, guys, for money. Like, screw that. Even if he catches up, he might be like 1 tech behind. Okay, it's down. Good co-belligerent Maz. Let's do it. So we could full annex them. Co-belligerented him, guys. So let's full annex Maz. And then QQ. I don't think we can full annex QQ, but I mean, that should be a Persian trading company for sure. But Persia goes to Aleppo. Yeah, we don't need Basra, whatever it's called, so much, but being able to walk around would be nice. Okay, so that's all the Persian clay. Nice. So I'll take my claim and just whatever. Yeah, hopefully with the Timurids as an ally, we can like stove off a coalition, but we've got, okay, these Delhi and Bengal are Sunni. This is Shia. In fact, they're both Shia. Sick. Hopefully, they're far enough away that they basically just shrug that off, but Bakhmanis might be mad. Thanks, man, for the mountain / hiking guy. You're talking to somebody else? Okay. Alright. Let's transport this over. Then Aragon's cooked. He's fighting France, for those of you who don't know. France might make this a peace deal annoying. The Mams are fighting Maz. So we effectively have 3 wars going as we co-belligerented Maz. During this time where Well, the Pope can core, those are his cores. I was going to say he can core them through his cores here, but they're his cores. Looks like Milan might return that to the Pope. Pope's growing in size. France is receiving from our blockade extra progress. Alright, Activa, thank you. See you later, dude. Thanks for watching. Timurids got into Nogai without Russia helping them. Interesting. So I see Russia attacking the Timurids directly at some point, but if I'm allied to him, that's gonna prevent him from doing that. Russia's expanding up here, guys. This is a monstrous Russia. So can he afford colonialism? We should be selling it to him. No, they have it. It says we've got no institution that they don't know about. Offer sharing. Okay, so he's got a deficit in loans. He didn't. That's why I checked, but he does now. Interesting. Okay. We'll see maybe after the war. Yeah, it's not spread to his capital at all. We could get a big payout from Russia if they can afford it. He had no loans prior to the war starting. So we'll keep an eye on that one. The boys are out here making occupations for us. Keep blockading for France. Apparently his fleet is either too bad or too incompetent to go out there. Because he's in the Atlantic as well. They fear us! It's true. We're a monster. If France has Russia has colonialism, he's the second greatest power. That's so awesome. Who has our dynasty, by the way. We would PU him this game. Look at the Ortho Bros, dude. Damn! 90 or 88 years in the game or something. We're cooking! Thank Daddy PC. Thanks for giving a sub, dude. That's nice of you. Thanks, dude. You guys still enjoying E4 after all these years? So at this rate, Maz being occupied by the Mams and Aragon potentially being occupied by France, we're at risk of being stuck and unable to piece them out. We need them to disappear. Okay, so Crete, guys. Crete just got diplo-annexed. So we would look at vassalizing somebody else. The question is who? Siena, maybe? I think Siena. Let's drop a guarantee here and improve with him. I don't have that free guarantee on him, so think about it. Using the relation is more valuable because I've got one relation. If I ally somebody who I have a free guarantee on, then I'm trying to like guarantee as many as possible and keep them up. And I'm focusing on the Genoese side where I can. Because if we get a little bit more in here... Ooh! Defender of the Faith has gone. Naples is looking free right now, dude. Come on, make it to July next year. If we grab Naples, that's a trading company. Is it? I think so. I mean, we're large. I think it's a merchant from the trading company is what I mean. I mean, we could obviously... I could build this market up. Tide Ev. I think it's a merchant from our trading company if we grab Naples. But Genoa is a very competitive node, you know. I'm going to save up money to put into the trade power bonuses. Wow, we don't even have much overextension. Speaking of which, he's stopping that those cores. Let's max relations with Suna. Ally and vassalize. He's Orthodox, so this peace out shouldn't impact him that negatively. Releasing Parma. And congratulations, you still beat Venice. Milan. Make sure these cores are progressing. Almost there with the peace deal. If Valencia falls, then I can't take this peace deal. One off. Detached blockade. What about if I... That was one more war score. TC. That should be a new merchant. Should be. We just barely yoinked that before France occupied those guys, and then I would have gotten griefed in the war. That would have been horrible. But nice, ooh. Yeah, let's manually convert this one, even though it's not Greek. Like, for stability reasons, if this province gets devastated, there's no fort there to buy down the devastation. We want the prosperity to be full. Would you need more trade center north of Genoa Node? Yeah, you would need... No, but I know that, but I could invest into it, is the difference. I disagree. I'm saving up money to invest into it. Okay, that for some reason didn't core, like it thought it was occupied by France. It's weird. So we just took a massive AE chunk in. Yeah, unfortunately when we mend the schism, guys, there's a lot of heresy, and I don't think Castile, which also means his colonies, will flip. I don't think Aragon's gonna flip with this, right? This is the downside of expanding, but still. We're gonna do it. I actually don't have Polish cores with the exception of Romania here. I believe we could return core? No, I think because he's promoted it. I forget the niche rules. But I was gonna say that I think these cores go away if we return it to Wallachia, which is the plan in the long run. But Poland's mad at us. Poland has a lot of Orthodox clay anyway. It's just the amount of a schism remaining, guys, is getting smaller and smaller. Imagine England flips to Anglican. That would be upsetting, but he might at this rate. Okay. Let me see a merchant, please. I'd be stoked with that. I'm going to stand next to Naples, ready to jump him. So I'm focusing my admin, right? I am. But we're getting less now that my ruler passed away. There it is. Valencia Trading Company. Sweet. Okay, that's gotta be collecting Genoa, no? It's only 2% right now. That's pretty pathetic. Because my overextension is so high. I could pump my light ships into Genoa. This is the best node in the world, it looks like, guys. I think it is. None of this is going to benefit us that much. We're going to collect in Genoa. And we're going to put our light ships into Genoa. It's the overextension just cripples the trade. That's normal. Emperor Burgundy passes... What? The first reform? I'm like 99% sure the first reform was passed already. Somebody might have cancelled a reform when they attacked them. The hell? Or maybe I'm imagining things. I could have sworn it was Hesse in the beginning of the game already passed that reform, guys. I bet because Hesse was small, somebody 100%ed him and redacted a reform, guys. For him. Okay, QQ cannot come into Anatolia through here. He's actually stuck in a trading company. He can't devastate our states. But he can devastate the states up in the north. Yeah, so the trading company, excuse me, has dipped so much. This overextension makes us lose money. There's not much I can do about that. %3% in Genoa. Let's see how much it is. Collecting. $2.2. I could always do it in the future. I wonder if in the meantime... Where would it even be? Persia? It's 16.4. Just try this. Trade was just under 34. I think this will be better while we're overextended. Just under 34 ducats a month. Give it 2 months here and we'll check again. That helps. Overextension is what's causing the financial issues. That's one of the issues with a trade-based economy is that if you go for like a world conquest or whatever, you're always overextended. Your trade just gets ripped. Nice. The mems did piece him out. Thank goodness for that. Okay. Perfect. So we're not going to be blocked anywhere. We'll do tab next and then QQ. I mean, that's 80 overextension. Yep, I want to do them one at a time. So I'm losing Diplo faster than we're gaining it, and we're getting near to unbalanced research. I have noticed that. We're spending it so fast. My bad. let's do France relations themselves. I mean, we are allied to Austria, his rival. Yeah, we're making more money this way, but I swear it's just because we cored provinces as well. It's roughly the same. We'll give it another month here. I think we're set up now. It's the best, surely. This is our best setup. Once I TC the stuff in Genoa, I'm telling you guys, I want Naples. I want Naples. So I gotta dow this, man, because look, we're 71 years old, guys. That's a real regency. I've got to dow. I have to. It's got no friends. Let's go. Attack! Spy network discovered in the MEMS, damn it. We're kind of going crazy lately, huh? War score cost against other religions. It's gotta be. This is the Mamluk specifically. Isn't it? Is it 25? So we now have 45 war score against other religions, which is pretty much everybody. We diplo-vassalize the Orthodox nations, that's the plan. Speaking of which, this went up to 3 again. Nice. By enforcing on the Empire nations and stuff. It went down to 2. We must be overkilling it a little bit, I would say. Okay, so I am worried about AE here. Obviously some of those 50s down the bottom are fake. But let's max relations with certain individuals specifically. Like Italians. These occupations are not doing anything to me, guys. In territories, we have a modifier to reduce war exhaustion from our policy. So I can essentially just shrug it off like it's nothing. The MEMS are still on 9. He's still on 9. The truce comes up next year. Oh boy. Whoa! I just rolled a 5-6. Oh my gosh, look at the general. Our generals aren't very good, but they are now, guys. That's to fight the Mamelukes. Beautiful, mate. She's a beat, mate. Look at that general. Never seen a general like it. Time to reclaim Jerusalem. Dalmatia was released. Oh! Austria's gonna take it! Austria's gonna take it. Break. I gotta go over my relations. Can we deploy vassalize them? Not quite. Damn it. It's gonna go to Austria, man. It's all gonna go to Austria, guys. Maybe threaten? Then release once Austria does it. If I get a claim, we could probably threaten him. You can't do it while you're at war, by the way. I think it's probably our best bet. Well, let's look at this modifier. So much. If we can grab 1. Let's try. Denmark rivaled me. He's Protestant anyway. I'm thinking about the schism. Oh, Russia killing my rebels. Thank you, Russia. What a legend. George Washington is 224. Okay. Shots fired. I get the maneuver being high, but he should be like 6. Maneuver. Yeah, that's low. That's hella low. The haters. Typical haters, right, chat? Typical. Just got a bad feeling the Austria's just gonna attack Dalmatia, man. I mean, I do have claims here, guys. I could just attack them myself. We'd have to full annex them. That might be the play. Here I am trying to claim him. I've got claims on every single one of his provinces. Don't do that. Look at him. He's positioning to snipe. Damn it! You can't threaten when you're in war. Okay, I have to down him and just snipe. Get an occupation. Okay, let's prepare. We've got to take one province. Or else, like, it's always worse when your bloody allies take the land that you want, guys. It's worse than when your enemies take it. You know what I mean? Because you can't take it back. That's what's happening to us right now. The war's about to pop off, I'm calling it. He's literally positioning for Dalmatia. So if we can snipe this, which also happens to be the highest dev, I can release him. We're going way harder for AE and for expanding right now than I ever intended, guys. You know, lately. Kind of annoying, but... Call me to arms. Well, that makes it winning the war super easy. Okay, this could really work. This could really work. All I need to do is occupy one, and the AI often does not grant you what you want. But we... excuse the expression, but we cuck him out of that. And then if he doesn't give it to me, we could... Diplo-vassalize the OPM. Yeah, so this will work. As long as we're just there and we get it, and he can fight the war and do the work for us. Nice. Okay. So Milan took his calls plus Mantua. Predictable. I knew he was going to do that. I called it. With my brain. Now, AE is already too much. We do have good improved relations, though. But let me read this. It's all the way up into Germany, guys. Bavaria, Salzburg. Genoese relations. Military is capping out. We're so far ahead in mil. I think that's generals slash professionalism. That's a good general as well. Nice. We're cooking. Okay, dude. I'm trying to kick one of these. Doesn't want to let me kick any of them. Means the others are all sitting somewhere. Okay. We could dev with our mill. Yeah, getting involved in this war is all that it takes to save that crisis. Okay, so this guy is about to be dead. Beautiful. Salute so. I wonder if they refuse the union modifier still there. It's 2 there, guys. So it takes like 91 years, 92 years to go away. That penalty that you get with Catholics in the beginning of the game, it takes that long. Province PU'd, we don't need his relations. I guess Trent. Let's do that. Okay, there's Naples. So Naples is done. It's just the AE. I mean, look, maybe I should let him live, and I might not take that, guys. It's 6 AE difference. That looks a lot better to me. It's the Venetian side. I think I do that. We focus on this node. Either way, I'm overextended. Let's chill a little bit, but we're going to get unconditional surrender. Yeah, so maybe I can combine it with the Maz peace deal. 43 OE, so we'd need 50. Yeah. Nice. I can combine it with that. Okay. And then sit on QQ, who will uncon, by the way. So we'll have to sit on that for a couple of years. Okay, if we get called for pizza, I'm going to want to liberate these occupations. Because it will, we are going to start getting war exhaustion. No, you can't convert it while you're building a manufactory. See, I don't remember these things, guys. That manufactory boxed me out for still a couple years, but it's okay. I don't remember these. Kind of some more of the niche rules from EU4. Despite how much time I've played in the game, it took too much of a break and stuff. Don't remember. It's because I'm dumb. Oh, we're over our governing capacity quite badly. So we're gonna do the Genoese Trading Company, still over. We're going to be doing the Aleppo Trading Company shortly. Okay, that's going to dramatically increase our trade in Genoa, where I want to merchant down, I want to collect, but it's a push. So I'm a little bit over. Now, with this overextension, we're not making much money, but I'm going to do these investments to pull trade in Genoa. Let's see, the Ligurian Trading Company is on 16. Not great, not great. Sell. So I can sell seas basically when I'm at peace. That'll give us a lot of money to invest. And if I dev a little bit, we'll be back over 30, which, let's use some military points to dev a little bit. Okay, I want to drill. Dwill. Can't afford an admiral. Diplo has been suffering for sure. Let's scourge Corfu. Can't do it while he's at war. Okay, relations with him either way. I'm gonna try annex Corfu, opium. Imagine Austria vassalizes Dalmatia. That would give him the province. Hope he's not smart enough to do that. If these papal separatists win that battle, then which he's gonna do, damn it. I've got to save him or else the Pope will kill that nation. He'll turn into the Pope. One, I know it's a steep price to pay, but I'm paying it. Go drill. What's Austria going to do to Milan? It's hard to say. Okay, now, would be making a ton of money if I wasn't overextended, guys, but I've got call for pizza. So we're combining Maz with Naples. That's a mountains fort, that's a mountains fort. They're both in choke points. I think we just pay for those. Maybe I think about deleting some forts. I want this one to be pushed up here anyway. But I kind of like the rest of our forts. Destroy this one in Iberia. Okay, how much admin is this going to take to cost, to core? 90 admin, we've got it. Oh boy, if I had just grabbed this CCR here before like exploding so much, it would be way more efficient, but that's alright. I don't think I'd take that Petrock. I thought we're capped anyway. I'm going to do some switch about, but we're on AE reduction. That's exactly where I want to be right now. I should improve with Burgundy themselves. He is the Emperor and he's not a complete joke. Despite losing war after war. I don't care so much about that and it'll probably disappear. Let's take money, guys, at 165. Like, we're feeling poor right now. Okay, we're gonna TC this straight up. Don't worry about converting it for now. And we're gonna call for pizza with QQ now, so we will get some more exhaustion. It's okay. It takes us less than 2 years. We've got to coexist in this war for less than 2 years. There's the Mamluk truce. Can you believe it, guys? My queen is alive. My queen! He ticked up to 11. He ticked up to 10. I've got to do it, man. I don't have a choice. I got to do it. I have to do it. I have to do it. I'm not prepared. I want to be prepared, but I have to do it. Because my queen can die at any stage. Okay? Let's get, like... Just pull everything back. I'm going to try transport over. Okay, he's got 200,000... Guys. Golden era begins. He still has his golden era. You bastard. Okay. This might get nasty, guys. We're maxing out our forces. Spy network got discovered. I'm not sure I can... It looks like I can re-up it. I'm going to Dow first. I'm going to Dow first because literally I don't even want to think about it. I'm holding my breath. Oh. 73-year-old ruler. She's a beast. He's friendly. Russia's friendly. That's scary. Okay, 17 dev, 14 dev. I think 17 dev is what I'm going to use as the war goal. Yep. 17 dev Antioch. Which I would 100% take that because it's required for the Pentiarchy. So this is kind of a predicament. Let's just assume we're going to win. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard war, guys. It's going to be hard war. But I have to Dow. I want to get into position, but I have to Dow because my queen could die. And so we're lucky. We're lucky. She lived a long time, so we're good now. This is going to keep us preoccupied until my heir comes of age. Oh my gosh. Okay, now the question is, guys, do I get greedy because I'm kind of over this run a little bit? Do we take Antioch, Jerusalem, Alexandria, and Cairo? Is that our goal? Because that's the Pentiarchy. We take Rome, and then we can like mend the schism. Or do we do the Giga Brain play, which is roughly... This is the Giga Brain play. So each of those I have claims on. That's Bedouin, culture, mountains fawn, and then we go here. And I've got a little bit more that I can take as well, depending at my own leisure. Probably these I have perma-claims on, so something like that. Now if I do that, what happens is Syrians defect from us, and they step into the Mamelukes, and Syria defects, like Bulgaria, and then we full annex Syria. Now, Syria actually has cores on every single one of those provinces that's not here, except for this. But it's Syrian culture. Meaning, if the Syrian rebels step in there, they generate a core and it will defect too. Will it be Syrian or Mamelukes though? Ah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Actually, you might be right. So what we've done in the past is we've taken Syria from that's a good point, from another nation, but he owns every single core right now. Yeah, it might just be Mamelukes. You might be right. If it's Mameluke rebels, then it's pointless. You know, does he have a cultural union? I want to say yes. No. No, he doesn't have a cultural union. That might make a difference. That might make a difference. I don't know. You're not 100% sure on this? Yeah, me either. There could be ways that you could switch the rebels as well. Maybe, by re-upping them, it would be a different... Yeah, that's a good point, Lap. I think you might be right. You might be right. But the way that we dealt with it, like I said, is like I took a province from like QQ or whoever owned this that was Syrian that walked in this way. It's not going to work this time. You're right. I mean, either way, it's 100% chunk, but we need 60 war score. So the question on my mind, guys, is do we just go for the Pentiaci? I'm thinking the Pentiaci. Like, it is what it is. Can combine those two like colonies like that. I think let's get the Pentiaci, guys. That would mean I just need to get Rome and then mend the schism, right, to make some actual freaking progress. So we still need 81 provinces to be owned by Orthodox in Europe, but I mean, I'm working on it. This is 3. We can feed Russia again. The truce with the Poles will come up. Castile's Defender of the Faith. I think that's winnable for sure. Okay, guys, some pretty intense stuff. I'm gonna call it there. We'll see tomorrow. Okay, we'll see tomorrow. We're fighting a mega war against the Mamelukes. He outnumbers me massively. I've got Tech 11 over him, which is pretty significant, and we've got better morale, identical discipline. I have 10% combat ability on everything from quality, which he doesn't have, but he does have cavalry combat ability from National Ideas, I know that. And they run cavalry. I think he's got cavalry 10%, but I've got infantry cannons on our stuff, a little bit of morale. We have an amazing general. One of my generals is like 5'6" or something, or 6'5". 5'6". And maneuver to boot. Hopefully he doesn't have that. So it's going to be morale. He has the numbers. Hopefully we have the general. We've got the quality overall. I got Tech 11. Okay, but that's going to be a brutal war. It's going to be brutal. It's almost 2-to-1 ratio, guys. Like, he's monstrous. There's not really that much I can do apart from just smash my face into him. Like, there's not that much terrain we can use to our advantage. I will tell you, speaking of terrain, he probably will go for North Africa. We've seen that happen. That's part of the reason, actually, that the AI derps so much with when he fights the Ottomans, is they keep changing their mind, and that can really help us here. You're way better off fighting in this scenario than you are just pushing one front. Yeah, so that could be huge, the fact that we have Tunis out here. But either way, I can sell titles and just deal with being like over 20. That's fine to get us some money in the meantime. But we're not making any money while I continuously overextend at the moment. Pretty poor. But we're absolutely cooking otherwise. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you. Take care, guys. See you later. I'll probably stream tomorrow. I might take a day off randomly, guys, because it just depends if like my family and friends want to do anything. It's the weekend. Okay, later, chat. Bye.